Rigathi Gachagua is a Kenyan politician who currently serves as the Deputy President of Kenya, having assumed office in September 2022. He is a member of the United Democratic Alliance (UDA) party and was a key ally of President William Ruto during the 2022 presidential campaign. Before becoming Deputy President, Gachagua served as the Member of Parliament from Mathira constituency and held various roles in government, including as a provincial administrator. He is known for his strong political influence in the central region of Kenya and has been involved in various initiatives aimed at promoting economic development and addressing local issues. Gachagua's political style is often characterized by his assertive approach and his focus on grassroots engagement. He is a vocal advocate for the interests of his constituents and has emphasized the importance of equitable distribution of resources and opportunities across the country. Welcome to Shots by Ignatius TV. Subscribe, like and share for future engagements. Support the channel Shots by Ignatius details down there. He was born in 1965 in Hiriga village of Nyeri County, the child of Gachagua Rariani and Martha Kirigo. His parents were Mau Mau freedom fighters in Mount Kenya Forest, where his father serviced guns for the Mau Mau while his mother was a food and ammunition courier for the fighters. Is the younger brother to Rigathi Gachagua, the first governor of Nyeri County. He enrolled at Kabaruani Primary School from 1971 to 1977 before proceeding to Kianyaga High School for his O-levels and A-levels. In 1985, he joined the University of Nairobi, where he graduated with a Bachelor of Arts degree in Political Science and Literature in 1988. At the University of Nairobi, Gachagua was the Nyeri District University Students Association (DUSA) leader as well as the chairman of the Association of Literature Students. He was raised in a close-knit family that emphasized the importance of education and community service. Growing up in a rural setting, he experienced firsthand the challenges faced by many Kenyans, such as access to education, healthcare, and economic opportunities. Following his graduation, Gachagua began his career as a provincial administrator, a role that allowed him to interact with various communities and understand their needs better. This experience laid the groundwork for his future political career, as he became increasingly involved in local governance and advocacy. Gachagua's early life experiences in Nyeri and his education significantly influenced his approach to politics, emphasizing grassroots engagement and addressing the needs of his constituents. His background has played a crucial role in shaping his identity as a leader and his political ambitions. Overall, Gachagua's school life instilled in him the values of perseverance, community engagement, and leadership, which have influenced his political journey. Rigathi Gachagua's church life has been a significant aspect of his personal and public identity. Growing up in a predominantly Christian community in Nyeri County, he was influenced by the values and teachings of the church. His family was actively involved in church activities, which instilled in him a sense of community service and moral responsibility. Early involvement. From a young age, Gachagua participated in various church programs, such as Sunday school and youth groups. These activities not only deepened his faith, but also provided opportunities for leadership development. He learned the importance of service to others, a principle that would later guide his political career. Influence on values. His church life has emphasized core values such as integrity, compassion, and commitment to the welfare of the community. Gachagua often cites his Christian beliefs as a foundation for his approach to governance, advocating for justice, equity, and support for the marginalized. Political engagement. In his political journey, Gachagua has maintained strong ties with religious institutions. He frequently attends church services and events, recognizing the importance of the church as a social and moral compass for many Kenyans. His engagements often include addressing congregations, where he speaks about his vision for the country and the role of faith in nation-building. Advocacy and community development. Gachagua has been involved in initiatives that align with Christian values, such as education and healthcare programs, which aim to uplift disadvantaged communities. He sees his role as not only a political leader but also a servant of the people, drawing inspiration from the teachings of service found in Christianity. Public image. His church life contributes to his public image as a principled leader. By publicly aligning himself with Christian values, Gachagua aims to connect with voters who prioritize moral leadership. This aspect of his life has been an important part of his political narrative, emphasizing that his decisions are guided by a commitment to ethical standards and the greater good. In summary, Rigathi Gachagua's church life has profoundly influenced his values, leadership style, and political engagement, reinforcing his belief in the importance of faith as a guiding force in his life and work. Rigathi Gachagua's political journey is marked by significant milestones and evolving roles within Kenyan politics. Here's a detailed account of his political career. Early political involvement. Entry into politics. Gachagua began his political journey in the late 1990s and early 2000s, becoming involved in local governance and community initiatives. His background as a civil servant helped him understand the workings of government and public administration. Rise to prominence. 2017 general elections. Gachagua ran for the Member of Parliament from Mathira constituency on a Jubilee Party ticket. His campaign focused on local development issues, agricultural improvement, and youth empowerment. He won the election and was sworn in, quickly becoming known for his active participation in parliamentary debates and local initiatives. Gachagua was elected as a Member of Parliament from Mathira constituency, which was earlier held by his brother Ndarathu, in the 2017 election. Gachagua is known for his outspoken, aggressive, and sometimes abrasive style of politics. His time as a legislator was characterized by championing issues that centered primarily on the needs of Mount Kenya residents. Often he addressed issues by publicly putting the authority figures mandated to solve them to task. William Ruto would later cite this as one of the reasons Gachagua was chosen as his running mate, saying, "Gachagua is a very passionate leader, a people's person. He speaks about ordinary people." In 2017, Gachagua took on Keriako Tobiko as the Cabinet Secretary for Environment and Forestry. The Cabinet Secretary had raised the alarm regarding overexploitation of upstream water resources in the Mt. Kenya region and directed the Kenya Forest Service to destroy illegal intakes. Gachagua claimed that many of the intakes destroyed were legal and that this had occasioned a water crisis for thousands of people. He said, "I am calling for his Tobiko's sacking on the basis of incompetence. He is not able to appraise the situation. He did not do due diligence on the legality of the intakes, and he failed an analysis of the humanitarian crisis arising from the situation." The Minister of Water and Sanitation, Simon Kelagui, was drawn into the fray, meeting with Gachagua and other Mt. Kenya legislators over the matter. He promised to have all intakes with necessary documentation restored. Parliamentary contributions. Legislative work. As an MP, Gachagua was involved in various committees and legislative processes. He advocated for policies that would benefit his constituents, particularly in education and health sectors. His ability to connect with the grassroots helped him build a strong rapport with his constituents. Political alliances. In 2019, Gachagua sponsored an amendment bill to the Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Act, 2015, argued that Kenyan firms could not fairly compete and would be run out of the market by Chinese firms that were able to get loans at less than a sixth the interest rates, was also critical of the alleged market advantages the Chinese received when carrying out government business. Support for William Ruto. Gachagua became a key ally of William Ruto, who was then deputy president. He supported Ruto's bid for the presidency in 2022, leveraging his local influence and political networks. He was instrumental in rallying support within the central Kenya region for Ruto's presidential campaign. 2022 presidential elections. Running mate selection. In early 2022, Ruto selected Gachagua as his running mate for the presidential elections. This decision was strategic, aiming to consolidate support in central Kenya, a crucial voting bloc. Their campaign emphasized issues like economic recovery, job creation, and fighting corruption, resonating with many voters. Election victory. The Ruto-Gachagua ticket won the presidential elections held in August 2022, defeating the Azimio coalition led by Raila Odinga. Their victory was marked by significant support from rural voters and the youth. Deputy Presidency. Taking office. After the election, Gachagua was sworn in as Deputy President of Kenya on September 13, 2022. He assumed a key role in the government, supporting President Ruto's agenda. Key focus areas. As Deputy President, Gachagua has focused on issues like economic empowerment, promoting local industries, and enhancing agricultural productivity. He has also been involved in peace initiatives in various parts of the country, addressing intercommunity conflicts. Public perception and challenges. Public image. Gachagua is known for his direct communication style, which has garnered both admiration and criticism. His assertiveness in addressing issues has made him a polarizing figure in Kenyan politics. He has faced challenges related to public expectations and political opposition, especially from rival factions within the political landscape. Conclusion. Rigathi Gachagua's political journey reflects his evolution from a local leader to a national figure in Kenyan politics. His close alliance with President Ruto and his commitment to local development initiatives continue to shape his role as deputy president. As he navigates the complexities of leadership, Gachagua's focus remains on economic growth and community empowerment in Kenya. Rigathi Gachagua's political journey reflects various ideological and strategic differences that set him apart from other politicians in Kenya. Here are some key political differences and contrasts with his contemporaries. 1. Political alignment and alliances. Support for Ruto. Gachagua is a staunch ally of President William Ruto, aligning closely with Ruto's vision of a bottom-up economic model. This contrasts with many other leaders who have favored traditional top-down approaches. Factional politics. His close association with the Kenya Kwanza Alliance sets him apart from politicians aligned with the Azimio coalition, led by Raila Odinga, who advocate different policies and political strategies. 2. Economic philosophy. Bottom-up approach. Gachagua advocates for economic empowerment that focuses on uplifting ordinary citizens and small businesses. This approach emphasizes grassroots development, which contrasts with policies often favored by establishment politicians who may prioritize larger corporations and foreign investments. Youth and agricultural focus. He has consistently pushed for policies that support youth employment and agricultural productivity, whereas other politicians may prioritize infrastructure or urban development. 3. Communication style. Direct and assertive. Gachagua's straightforward communication style is a defining feature of his political persona. He is known for being candid and sometimes controversial in his remarks, which can be in stark contrast to the more diplomatic approaches of some of his peers. Grassroots engagement. His focus on engaging directly with constituents through local forums and community events distinguishes him from politicians who rely more heavily on party machinery and elite networks. 4. Position on corruption and governance. Anti-corruption stance. Gachagua has positioned himself as a proponent of fighting corruption, aligning with Ruto's narrative of accountability. This stance can differ from some politicians who may be perceived as tolerating or benefiting from corrupt practices. Local development advocacy. His emphasis on local governance and community needs often contrasts with leaders who prioritize national politics and centralized decision-making. 5. Cultural and ethnic identity. Kikuyu representation. As a member of the Kikuyu community, Gachagua's politics reflect the interests of his ethnic group, which can differ from leaders representing other communities. This dynamic plays a significant role in Kenya's often ethnically charged political landscape. Regional focus. His strong base in central Kenya contrasts with politicians from other regions, who may have different priorities and agendas that reflect the unique challenges and opportunities in their areas. Responses to national issues. Handling of ethnic conflicts. Gachagua has been actively involved in mediating conflicts in areas like Laikipia and the Rift Valley, which contrasts with politicians who may prioritize political gains over conflict resolution. Education and health initiatives. His commitment to improving education and health care at the local level often contrasts with broader, more generalized policy proposals put forth by others. Conclusion. Rigathi Gachagua's political differences stem from his unique approach to governance, economic philosophy, and communication style. His strong alliances with Ruto and focus on grassroots issues set him apart in the diverse landscape of Kenyan politics. Understanding these differences helps contextualize his actions and the impact he seeks to make as deputy president. Rigathi Gachagua has encountered various politicians throughout his career, both as allies and adversaries. Here are some notable figures he has crossed paths with. William Ruto. Role: President of Kenya and Gachagua's running mate in the 2022 elections. Relationship: Gachagua has been a close ally of Ruto, supporting his presidential bid and aligning with his political vision. Their partnership has been pivotal in consolidating support in central Kenya. Zweiter Raila Odinga. Role: Leader of the Azimio coalition and a longtime rival in Kenyan politics. Relationship: Gachagua and Odinga often represent opposing sides in political debates. Their interactions are characterized by rivalry, especially during election periods, where they have differing visions for Kenya's future. Dritter Uhuru Kenyatta. Role: Former President of Kenya and Gachagua's political predecessor in the Jubilee Party. Relationship: Initially, Gachagua was part of Kenyatta's administration but later shifted his support to Ruto. Their paths diverged significantly during the political fallout leading up to the 2022 elections. Vierte Martha Karua. Role: A prominent politician and Odinga's running mate in the 2022 elections. Relationship: As fellow contenders in the presidential race, Gachagua and Karua engaged in political rivalry. Their debates often highlighted the contrasting political ideologies and strategies of their respective coalitions. Fünfter David Murate. Role: Former Jubilee Party vice chairman and a vocal critic of Ruto and Gachagua. Relationship: Murath has often been an adversary in the political landscape, criticizing Gachagua's and Ruto's strategies, especially regarding their approach to governance and corruption. Sita Aisha Jumwa. Role: Member of Parliament and a prominent figure in the Kenya Kwanza alliance. Relationship: Jumwa has been an ally of Gachagua within the Kenya Kwanza coalition, working together on various issues, particularly those affecting women and youth. Zipta Kalonzo Musyoka. Role: Leader of the Wiper Party and a key figure in the Azimio coalition. Relationship: Gachagua has crossed paths with Musyoka during political campaigns and discussions, often presenting contrasting viewpoints on national issues. Achter Alfred Mutua. Role: Governor of Machakos and a former ally turned critic. Relationship: Mutua's political alignment has shifted over the years, and he has occasionally clashed with Gachagua on policy issues and governance strategies. Conclusion. Rigathi Gachagua's political journey has seen him interact with a diverse array of politicians, reflecting the dynamic and often contentious nature of Kenyan politics. His alliances and rivalries have shaped his approach and strategies, particularly as he navigates the complexities of being deputy president. If you want to delve deeper into specific interactions or events involving any of these politicians, let me know in the comments. Political landscape and challenges. 1. Background and rise to power. Early political career. Gachagua entered politics as the Member of Parliament for Mathira in 2017. His grassroots engagement and connections within the Kikuyu community played a crucial role in his election. Alliance with Ruto. His close association with William Ruto, particularly during the 2022 presidential campaign, solidified his position as a significant political figure. Their campaign emphasized economic empowerment and anti-corruption. 2. Current position. Deputy President Gachagua became Deputy President in September 2022. His role involves both supporting Ruto's administration and addressing key issues facing Kenyans, particularly in his home region. 3. Challenges and controversies. Corruption allegations. Like many politicians in Kenya, Gachagua has faced scrutiny over corruption. Allegations can undermine public support and lead to calls for impeachment or resignation, as seen with other leaders. Political rivalries. As a prominent figure in the Kenya Kwanza coalition, he has faced opposition from rivals in the Azimio coalition and other factions. This rivalry can create a precarious political environment, where threats of impeachment or political maneuvering are common. 4. Public perception and trust. Direct communication style. Gachagua's assertive and straightforward style appeals to some but can alienate others. Public perception plays a crucial role in political stability, and maintaining trust is vital for his administration. Grassroots support. His focus on community issues helps maintain a support base, but any failure to deliver on promises or address corruption could jeopardize his standing. 5. Potential for impeachment. Political alliances. Gachagua's future may hinge on maintaining strong alliances within the Kenya Kwanza coalition and navigating any potential rifts that could lead to challenges against his position. Response to criticism. How he addresses allegations and public concerns will be crucial. Effective communication and transparency can help mitigate risks associated with impeachment threats. Conclusion. Rigathi Gachagua stands at a pivotal moment in Kenyan politics, balancing the expectations of his role as deputy president with the challenges posed by corruption allegations and political rivalries. His ability to navigate these dynamics will be key to his political survival and the stability of the current administration. As of now, there have been formal impeachment proceedings against Rigathi Gachagua, the Deputy President of Kenya. However, political contexts can change rapidly, and threats of impeachment or political maneuvering are common in Kenyan politics. Here's a broader look at the potential for impeachment regarding Gachagua. 1. Political context. Allegations and scrutiny. Like many Kenyan politicians, Gachagua has faced scrutiny over various issues, including allegations related to corruption and mismanagement. Such allegations can lead to calls for impeachment, especially if they gain traction among opposition parties or the public. Political rivalries. His role as a close ally of President William Ruto places him in the crosshairs of opposition parties, particularly the Azimio coalition. Any perceived weaknesses in governance or missteps could be leveraged politically by opponents seeking to undermine him. 2. Reasons for impeachment threats. Corruption allegations. Should more concrete evidence arise regarding any corruption or misuse of funds, calls for impeachment could increase. Public perception of corruption can heavily influence political stability. Failure to deliver on promises. If Gachagua's administration is seen as failing to address key issues like economic empowerment, youth employment, or agricultural development, opposition figures might rally support for impeachment. 3. Political strategies. Coalition dynamics. The strength of the Kenya Kwanza coalition and Gachagua's ability to maintain support within this group will be crucial. If internal divisions emerge, they could lead to increased calls for accountability. Public engagement. Gachagua's approach to addressing public concerns and managing his image will play a significant role. Effective communication and transparency can mitigate risks associated with impeachment threats. 4. Implications of impeachment. Political instability. Impeachment proceedings can lead to significant political turmoil, affecting governance and public trust. This can have downstream effects on policy implementation and the broader political landscape. Public response. The public's reaction to any impeachment threats or proceedings can vary, and strong grassroots support might protect Gachagua from serious threats to his position. Conclusion. On October 1, 2024, a motion to impeach Gachagua was introduced in Parliament. This followed a deterioration in his relations with Ruto. 10 articles of impeachment were brought against him, including corruption, ethnic discrimination, and contradicting government policies. A majority of 291 MPs signed their support for the measure. On October 8, 281 MPs voted in favor of the motion, while 44 against. One MP abstained. This is the first time under the 2010 Constitution that the National Assembly has voted to remove a state official from office. The measure will then be sent to the Senate for approval. While there are active impeachment proceedings against Rigathi Gachagua currently, the political landscape in Kenya is fluid, and threats can emerge based on various factors. His ability to navigate political rivalries, manage public perception, and address issues effectively will be critical in maintaining his position as deputy president. Rigathi is married to Dorcas Wanjiku Rigathi, a retired banker who is now a pastor in Mathira. They met at a joint university event at the University of Nairobi in 1985. They got married in 1989 and have 2 sons, Kevin and Keith. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like and share for future engagements. Support the channel. Shots by Ignatius details down there.